out for me, I'm bound to close.
Hey guys, Mike Morales here at Fin Factory Kayak and Tackle. Today we're going to be tackling the install of a Groovy landing gear from Boondox on a compass. Kind of looked all over the internet, couldn't find anybody that has installed it yet, so we're kind of tackling this for a customer. You know, initially when we got it, we said, yeah, no big deal, bring it in, you know, we'll get it installed. He said he had bought it on the internet or what have you, and they told him it was the right thing, but apparently, you know, the way the compass hole design is, it doesn't marry well to the compass. You can see here that the actual landing gear holder has this huge gap here of about 1 inch, which presents an issue. The kit that he got was for a sloped kayak, but the shims were just too small to actually encompass the size of gap here that we have. So what I did is I went down to my local plastic company and I had these shims specially milled out of starboard, which are basically 5 inches long, from 1 inch tapered down to 1/2 inch, so that we can try to fit that gap. Okay, so basically, essentially what we're gonna do is we're going to bring this guy up, shim it up, just like that. And we hope that that's enough clearance and enough to clear the gap and create a flush surface to mount the actual Groovy landing gear. So we're excited about doing this. We'll see how it comes out, and we'll kind of hopefully show you guys along the way. All right, guys, we've already started pretty much the install process for the Boondox on this compass. First thing we wanted to do was drill the pilot holes on these shims that we talked about. So if you look right over here, we pretty much did drill the pilot holes for the shims, just like we talked about, the holes that will fit the actual bracket, just like that, okay? Everything lined up, you've got the bolts, and the best way to do it is to take your backing nut like this and create your hole spacing for your drill pattern just like that. That way you know there's no obstruction, because this is the most important part to the install process. So we've got that done. The second thing we did is we came right over here to the kayak itself, and you know, we previously aligned the bracket to the actual boat, set it up, used this as a template to drill our mounting holes, and basically went from there. Now the next step is going to be is to shimmy up the backing plate, the backing nut, lock it into place, and call it a day. Alright guys, after a little bit of finagling, we finally got this thing mounted up to the shim. I can tell you that it's one of the things that's very, very important about these backing plates is that if you look at these plates, you have one that's not beveled and one that's beveled. It is really easy to cross thread this backing plate. Believe me, I've done it on other models, okay? So you want to make sure that you get this guy coming up with the beveled side coming up, okay? Well, you gotta go through shim, through plastic, to the backing plate. It's a little bit of a challenge, to just be patient with it so you can line up those holes right, because if you don't, you'll have a situation of cross threading. Okay guys, now that we've got the shims, everything pretty much lined up, now we just gotta make sure we insert the bar, tighten everything up, and kind of see how it works out. So one of the things that we realized is this bars, which is the rail bar that runs to provide support for it is way too long for this kit that our customer bought. So we're gonna have to trim this down, but how far do we trim it, okay? So when you look at the actual bars where the tires go on, pretty much the new design for the Groovy is that it fits in there square style, okay? So what we wanna do is we wanna make sure that we're flush on the square, okay? So that being said, you know, we got to remove enough material to make sure that we're flush when we push these in, because this is actually as a stop for that deal, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and make that cut now. We've already measured it out. See what happens. All right, guys, we've inserted the bar here, and we made it to where when we slide the leg in, it's going to hit flush right there, clean on both sides. So now we're ready to tighten her all down. All right, now that we got it all installed, we're going to see how it works. Okay guys, so now we've completed the install of the Groovy landing gear by Boondox on the Compass, and I can tell you that it's a challenge. It's a challenge to install it onto this boat. You know, got to do some custom work to get it done. So if we're to go 1 out of 10 hammers, I'd give it probably an 8 or a 9, just because you have to go through a lot of different steps, from cutting the aluminum crossbar to making special shims. I think its functionality is pretty cool, really easy where we put it. It's kind of balanced on the boat, and it's definitely a great addition. The boat's only 68 pounds, but at the end of the day, this will be a helpful tool. So hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Fin Factory Kayak and Tackle, and we can help you guys out with your install. Thanks.